Want to know one of the biggest mistakes that people make? It's called no threat mitigation. That's a fancy way of saying not dealing with or addressing the things that can really mess up your plan. So what am I talking about here? Why is this a mistake? Well, I can't really overstate this. Threats to your financial future, if they are not addressed and they actually occur and they hurt you financially, it can be financially devastating. Okay, I'll use just one example. Long-term care cost or the need for long-term care and having to pay for that. Not addressed, that may completely wipe out somebody's finances. And things like that, threats like that, can have an emotional toll on the person and their family. Now, I'm not just talking about long-term care. It might be losing 50 or 60 or 80% of your money in a stock market crash. Hello, that's called financial devastation, and that also can have an emotional impact, right? Losing 50% of your money, would that have an emotional impact? Absolutely it would. So these threats, these things that can happen to mess up your plan, have to be addressed. And how do you do that? Well, you identify them, and then you develop specific strategies to address each one of them. You say, okay, David, well, wait a minute. That's a lot of work. Well, planning your financial future and having a successful future, especially in retirement, it takes some time. It takes some preparation. What's the reality check? Well, maybe you can't eliminate every single threat. Or better said, maybe there's all these threats and maybe you can't address every single one of them 100%, right? Maybe you can only afford to buy a modest long-term care policy, for example, one that covers some of the cost, maybe not all the costs. Well, you've addressed it partially. We do the best we can with what we know to be the challenges. Here's my takeaway for you. Don't just throw your hands in the air, okay? Life is not one big crapshoot where you say, well, there's nothing I can do. Sure there is. You tackle the threats to do the best you can, figure out what they are, solve them the best you can. If you do that, you're going to plan stronger for your financial future.
If you would like more information about the topics and our guests featured in this series, please visit our website at PlanStrongerTV.com. Also, if you have a question you would like David to answer, please send it to questions@PlanStrongerTV.com.